The
Naga,
Siren,
they
yeah.
definitely can. Naga and keep off like very good late game.
Do they have enough illusion clear? Is the keep up light enough of an illusion clear? Oh, there's the
For the Lash.
They go Lash.
Yeah.
Alright.
So has not been scouted. They do know it was the actual rune down bottom, so Shimel probably being told like watch out for the haste, the invis, some kind of high impact
Courier
rune.
snipe. Zai, is he going to get there in time? The Courier turned for a split second. It's got the bottle on it. Zai able to take it. Jirak coming behind it, and then on the bottom lane as well. The top lane clockwork is the first blood.
Big period of time where Honor does not have the bottle at mid.
And they are going to censor what was just put on the screen. Sumail, got to be careful right now. His breathe fires on up with the Fade Bolt, just had level 4. So the leap away on low life. Zai turns, going to get the stun into Ana, combining up with the arrow. That's a big stun. Sumail has level 2 Starfall. This should be enough damage, or will it? Ana back to the tower. They missed up here as well. And Sumail, now Jirak picks him up. Fade Bolt survival is only level 1. The damage is enough with the bounce out. Jirak playing it perfectly, and EG, well, the luck was there to get some early first bloods, but they just kept missing.
And try and counter-initiate using the Clockwork Hook, and Universe still may go for that play.
It's Storm coming back up. S4 potentially could have blind hooked that small little path. Now the sentry's there. Jirax, it starts off with a disruption on Universe, in fact, not on Jirax.
That's the 60%. Everyone missing their spells.
You bring a Lunar on a rotation. Normally, we've seen a lot of Lunars throughout this series, throughout this competition, especially with OG. Oh, they just Sentry Ward, Universe, he's visible. The Dragon Form gives him the range stun. Now hook shot forward. S4's going to hold him there with the cogs. Arrows coming in. Universe gets his stun off, but it's already too late. Clockwork will take the kill with the battery assault. Before OG want to look to farm this, but for now, OG, defense of their T1 tower on bottom lane. They are going to trigger off the fortification. And then a Moonlight Shadow. Who are they looking for? It's actually to get on the top lane. Arteezy out there. But S4 hit the blind hook shot. He had a small bit of time to see him. But the Illuminate, the Sentry Warp, it does the work. And the Luna will fall.
Yeah, that's a great pick-off for OG when you're killing one of the key heroes of EG. Taking Arteezy down, they take a bit of damage on this bottom tier 1, but even that's being well defended. They're looking for an initiation on Zai.
If they can find him in the tree lines, Anna's going to make his way down. Jirax having that pulse smoke will give the extra damage, but now, well, they actually have Anna stuck in the tree line. Dire Creep Wave's moving in, Universe under the cover of Vendetta, also in the neighborhood, but they drop a Sentry Ward. They see him straight away! OG! I don't know if they realize that Universal Spike Carabas might buy himself a little bit of space, but not enough to survive. S4's cogs will keep Sumail out this fight as well. And OG's Sentry Wards have been right on the money. They got so much money to spend on these utility items like Sentry Wards that they're just checking every time where Universe is moving. And underneath the Obs and the Sentry on bottom, it's actually more trouble for Artur. S4! A big wide hook, a secondary Sentry will be dropped. Arteezy with that Purge creep. Actually slowing down Jirax for the moment. It's another chance with a Elusive Beam. Jirax in trouble. There goes your first disruption now from Crit. Jirax gets stunned up, hit by the Vendetta, copping a fair chunk of damage and will die.
So, even though there's a Naga on OG, the late game is kind of what EG have kind of recognized as where they're heading in.
Universe, how do you stay alive? Sit underneath your own Sentry Ward. That way you know they don't have vision of you.
There's a Radiance though, and I think they decide, let's not fight this Radiance song.
DK actually triggers his Dragon Form with the extra Sentry planted and the Obs Ward. That Sentry is just out of range of the Radiant Sentry. Arrow will fly between the middle of OG. The Observe Ward will be taken out. Universe, oh, the Spike Carabas, the hook shot! S4's in, disruption came from Crit, but it didn't do enough in time. S4 does get stunned up, but no tell. Resets up the fight with the Song of the Siren. Zai's just out of range of it, and that allows Ana to pick him up without turning off the Song of the Siren. Now Sumail into the tree, picked up by Jirax, thrown back into the middle of the OG sandwich, and 4 heroes down for EG. A tier 1 tower to boot, and OG, they look in great control of this game at the moment. Sitting next to the Ancients with a fresh Blink Dagger.
There's no sentries. There's no sentries to scan him out.
Well, where's your money anyway? You can't have sentries if you got no money on your support. The stack is still not taken. Anna's coming in with his Dragon Form available. Jirax gets hit. Now the Blink forward, picking up Arteezy, drags him back. The Ensnare will hold Artur in the middle of the river. But that's a little bit too far to go, and OG will say thank you. You did a little bit of work for us. They'll finish up the Ancient stack.
Yeah, they'll get the Naga or DK. They didn't get to steal the Ancients.
Oh, and all the wards that EG just put down will be lost. No tell. They found both of the observer wards that EG placed with the smoke maneuver. So now EG, they're pretty much blind on the map. S4 gets a hook shot down the bottom lane, actually soloing Arteezy's Luna.
Good AoE heroes in the Mirana, the Leshrac, so they can theoretically push out lanes. The problem is you're always split up, and that's where the Clockwork pulls this draft together.
This is the opening. This is the opening. It's Arteezy retreating out. S4, hook shot over. Remember, Arteezy has that BKB. Is he going to trigger it to try and fight this with the ensnare? He triggers the BKB, but so late. The Song of the Siren comes out. The Eclipse, the damage just is nowhere near enough because actually isolated him. He was the only one immune from the Song of the Siren. Now everyone's on the run. At least they want to run, but they're being denied even that privilege. The SD was caught on the retreat. And OG, they finally got what they wanted. Arteezy just slipped out a little bit too far. The farm up the wave. OG pounced. And EG, it almost looked they weren't sure if they actually wanted to fight that.
Yeah, they decided, I mean, Luna had no buyback.
Oh, Ana, blink, stun, crit, goodbye. 45 seconds on the sideline. Samel jumps in, maybe with a stun, but no Clockwork! It's a huge Kong, and they just called GG well played. It was a slow bleed off the blue. And green is reigning supreme. OG take game one against Evil Geniuses.
Dang, this OG rocked up the place in Dota. That was some really impressive.
So it's time to reveal. Actually, OG doesn't have to reveal anything yet. They got him over a minute still to think about this.
Just have a chat, start talking about their day, talking about their wards, and no, never mind.
Never mind, it's an OD.
It's an OD.
So, done as Wavefall bring Arteezy back in range of the tier 1 tower. It was just Jirax slipping into the cover of Invis, and with the Iron Shells on him, Arteezy's not a healthy man. Jirax, in fact, is going to blip the sprint on. He's got Crush up. Arteezy has mana for the Waveform away if he wants to trigger off the one charges. But this turns into almost like a standoff until Crit picks him up. Jirax, there's your double crush. S4 burning down Crit. Needs a little bit more damage with the Waveform. The body block from Arteezy won't do enough. He'll get one kill, however. And if Arteezy can pick up a double, it's going to make it worth it.
More than worth it for Arteezy. It's really neat. But now the Rubik will TP mid. Look for a pickup on Honor. He's used the banish, and that's Q time for Crit to engage.
Yeah, Crit slips in behind, gets the grab, Samel, the clap, plus the extra swipe. Ana is brought down by Rubik while up on top lane. Arteezy's on the run, into the tree lines. He needs more life to survive. Moves up, sandwiched in between the two Iron Shells. The stun is out, but Jirax into the trees, down to 22 HP. He's regenning with the tangos, but where's the TP support? Rotations coming in from Crit. This was scouted out by the Observer Ward. So Jirax knows his time is low. S4 will tank it, basically running cover fire. So Jirax can escape, but still Crit. Fresh Observer Ward down. He's looking for that Slanter. He's going to find him. Attack him once. The crush from Jirax. Run backwards. Where do you go? It's a rock in a hard place and a crit from Crit with the Fade Bolt into the trees. Jirax takes the hit. With the sprint, it was a guaranteed kill. With the okay. Well, if you want to commit, OG, this is that.
Universe is coming up here, but he's going to find himself running into a lot.
Cogs, oh, okay, he's going to get imprisoned. Arteezy, more TP supports on the way. That's the Ursa coming in. Samoa to join the fight. Clockwork, hook shot, tries to get a little bit of a stun. With the Cogs, splits up the fight. They'll get a 1-for-1 trade-off. S4 still trapped inside the Cogs. Will break free now. The Astral in prison, keeping Samel out of this fight. Get ahead as No-Tell stretches over 5,000 now. But the Morphling sitting at 3.9k. Long way to get to his items. Sumail having a little bit of issues, trying to come down for that 10-minute rune. Gonna get imprisoned up. Support saying Universe! Hook shots in! Actually isolates Ana, forcing S4 back out again. Sumail trying to fight, but now they're back inside the cogs. Locked in with Universe. Crit has the Astral Imprisonment available. Can buy a little bit of space. Does it himself. And now the Ursa pops back out again. He'll die as it was Ana's Astral. Does the damage when he reappears.
Yes, saying this is enough for me.
This is the EG play whenever they run that dire side Ursa. You send Samel inside the pit. He's got enough. He can solo Roshan. And the other three, they go for the gank. They look to create the space, and now they have the vision. It's over on fly. Universal hookshot of Barbel. A quick imprisonment. That's the one out from Crit. So they isolate out Jirax, locked inside the cogs with the battery assault. Samel will come over. He's already got the Aegis in Mormon. Oh, I suppose you can't have everything in the world. Slaughter being denied up by the neutral. The Fly and Ana were moving. They could have gone into the jungle and killed Crit as he was rotating down to the mid lane. Both EG supports back behind the tier 1 tower to relative safety. And in fact, Universe, hook shot, down he jumps, gets the cogs out. Astral Imprisonment, just defensive one. Zion still has that Fire Blast plus the Ignite. So they lock him in with the Blade Melt turned off from Universe. No one really wants to attack him. The stun from T-Rex keeping good control with Samal. Back in his line with the slow. NoTel arrives with the Radiance burn. This is the worst time for EG to fight. They've already lost 2 and they've got no other choice. Samal's to the front line. Zai cannot save his teammate. Samal will fall. The Aegis will be triggered. Zai back behind the tower. Won't die the Radiance burn, but Samal stranded alone and with no friends. And the tier 1 tower to go down as well. Oh, fantastic maneuvering from OG.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter if we kill the Ogre or not. The Ursa is the big claim, and OG find themselves in an amazing position. They've got a mech coming soon on the Darkseer.
Zai. He thinks he's good, but he doesn't understand there's an invisible Outworld Devourer just looking to dom him from behind. And maybe, okay, imprisonment and just drop the nuke. All right. Message sent, message delivered, and message received. Maybe with the heavy rotations coming over from OG, EG may not even want to fight this. They managed to trigger off the Lincoln Spear. As the Alchemist Illusion sitting there, Arteezy waveforms up, Anna still right behind him. Crit and Samal are in the neighborhood. Replica that the OD has created. So Arteezy has a small little way to get down. In fact, he joins the rest of his team. They're picked up, thrown back with Crit, gets the double stun, but it's already too late. With the Morgling dropping down and Zai copping huge amounts of damage from the Shadow Wave of Fly. Force out the top lane, get a reaction. Jirax is the man to come back, and he actually blinks up. He's hunting Arteezy into the tree line, who waveforms, starts to TP Jirax. Oh! He gets the stun! He finds him! He isolates Arteezy, body blocking him out as well. Arteezy now has to fight, but the rest of OG, they're on their way. Special delivery for Arteezy. OG, the delivery service. They'll hold him in the back, set more iron shells. They'll take the damage from the imprisonment when he comes out, and Anna is on a monster kill streak. And Arteezy is pushing up the daisies. EG do the best thing they can. They're trying to get Roshan. Samal's inside the pit. No time. You've got to go down there and check it. With the weave out as well. They're losing armor. Samal locked in the corner. Trying to man-mode this one with the telekinesis. Maybe he's got enough damage to bring down NoTel. No, he doesn't. He's got nothing of the sort. Crit's on the run. S4's right behind him. Back and back in again. EG, they've just gone bad to worse to absolutely disastrous. And it's not even done yet. Jirax found Universe. He may not even get back to base. Support's coming in from S4, so we might be able to actually jump and get the back. No, Universe stays close enough to the tier 3 tower. And now OG will even steal Roshan from EG.
Jirax predictive crush. Somebody check this guy's PC. What was that? That is just an insane read of the game. Doing it at the time as the TP was
shot! Down they go! No steal, push out, Universe, bail, 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 bail. Oh, the crushes are there. He went for the glory play.
I mean, that's when you know that sums up this game for EG. They have to make super high risk, desperate plays.
Every time. How do you stop OG from pushing? Banish them. So Arteezy gets the tier 2 tower. Here comes the TP back. Acid Spray stolen by the Rubik. All these things are slowly adding up to EG, which gives them a fighting chance to force up forward from Anna. Rubik gets the grab to the mouth. Opens up. The OD still has the Aegis Immortal. Remember, he wants to die, but wall and then back. Dragging EG back into death. This is OG with the big push. Buyback is up. Aegis Immortal has been triggered. So Arteezy's back to the front lines, but then the force up Jirax. He pushed Zai into his crush. And this is the mid-racks. EG again in a position where they can't fight. They don't have their sub-controllers. EG, they're trying to beat the aggressors. The 5-man smoke move, but they got scanned. OG saw them coming, and now they weave in preparation. NoTel moves over. They see the Ursa is just a replicant at the moment, and Samal jumping on the back lines, finds Fly. Shallow Grave will protect him. He needs a better target. Moving between them. The BKB timing wasted. Fly will be able to drop now, and Morgling fighting hard. Jirax will drop down low. Zai wants to finish him off, but really, it's up to Samal if he can do any level of damage, or it's over. It's GG. OG have done it. They've taken out a once TI champion, and OG will advance to their 3rd major grand final. Maybe even to win it for the 3rd time as well.
There's NoTel and Fly. These two, they've been playing together for a long time. They've seen some great success with OG, and it's another grand final for them. They made that series look very straightforward. Everything came together with the draft. The team play was there. Just solid, impressive stuff from OG.